Okay, you're live, Andy.
No, Jane, I can't see without my glasses. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are now live on the 7 Masters and 7 Days. Good evening, everybody. My name is Master Andrew Tombling. I'm one of the senior area instructors in the southwest of England. Currently training under Grandmaster Michael June. I've been training in Taekwondo since 1982, so yes, I am old. I hold a first degree black belt in WTF, and I'm currently a 7th degree black belt with the TAGB. And just to briefly go over it, it is an immense honour to be part of the 7 Masters and 7 Days event. And I would just like to personally congratulate all the Masters who have done the seminars through the rest of the week. Okay, it's been totally amazing to be involved in these sessions. It just goes to show the unity of the TAGB during these circumstances. Okay, so this is the final day. Hopefully we've raised an awful lot of money for the NHS. Just speaking to the guys on there, I think it's about £1,700 that we've actually raised, so that's really, really good. Thank you very much for that. If you'd like to donate any money or you don't know how to, just go to the Just Giving page and you can do it from there. All right. Due to the untraditional settings that we're all in, please make sure that you check your surroundings. It's very safe for you to train. Okay. At any point you need to grab yourself a drink, please do. You don't need to wait for me to say get a drink. Please get yourself a drink because obviously we're out of the norm here. Okay. As again, please check the area and we're going to start from there. Ready? Chariot. Come here. Okay. Jogging nice and lightly on the spot. Now again, bear in mind that this is a warm-up. So the idea is that you are going to warm up. Just shake your arms loose down by your sides. Twisting the hips. Working the top half of the body and the base part of the body. Just getting the heart pumping a little bit. That's it. Keep it going. Okay, feet side to side, just keeping the hands up in front of your chest. And again, all we're doing, we're just getting that heart moving, getting that blood vessels pumping around the body. Okay, slow it down to a walk. Okay, right leg forward, up onto the ankle. We're just rotating from the ankle, one direction. Then the other direction. It's good. Change, opposite side. Okay, feet together, hands on the knees. Don't squash the knees, just supporting the side of the knees. Knee bend and straighten. Knee bend and straighten. That's your time. And going down to the sides, back up, and to the sides. And again, don't overdo that. It's a nice, gentle stretch. Okay, now we're doing a rotation. One direction, then the other direction on the rotation. Come up, hands on your hips. Nice and gently, hips side to side. And rotate. Opposite direction. Okay, starting off with the wrists. And again, your time, you just rotate the wrists one direction, then the other direction. And changing it to the forearms. Keeping the arms horizontal, one direction, and then coming inwards. Now change it to the large arm circle, so they're coming inwards. And again, we're just trying to warm this up, so you should be starting to go maybe a little bit faster. And change outwards. Okay, so all we're doing now is we're doing arms straight in front. One arm alternating, your palms facing towards me as it goes up, behind you on the way down. Okay, jogging on the spot. All we've got now, knee raise. Left, then right. And again, we're trying to bring the knees up in front. So as you're coming up, bring the opposite elbow to the knee. So we're just trying to stretch and rotate the upper half and the lower half of the body. And again, just looking out, if you don't want to jog it, stepping. That's fine. That's it, good. Okay, right leg back guarding lock. So what we're doing is front rising kick. We're actually using the opposite hand as a target here. All we've got is up, back, opposite leg. Your hand is a target, so it's up to you how high you wish to take it. Go. That's it, continuous. Bearing in mind your flexibility is paramount here, so if you're not that flexible, don't stick your hand too high. If you are flexible, stick it where you like it. There you go, Miss Lambert. You can put yours a bit higher. That's it. Mr. Latham, me and you will just keep, that's it. Keep it going. Good. Ready. Right leg back guarding lock. Again, just trying to get that heart rate going. We're just going to work off the front hand. All we've got is a jab with the front hand. We step forward and then we recoil. Keep your hands up in a guard. One, back up. Ready? Hana. Door. Set. Net. Change. Hana. Door. Set. Net. Change. So what we've got here is, again, keeping nice and light on your feet, but you must always recoil to a guarding position. So jab, reverse punch, hands spring back. Hana. 1, 2. Do. Set. Net. Dasa. Yasa. Yoga. Yoga. Aha. Yo. And change. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Dasa. Yasa. Yoga. Yoga. Aha. Yo. And change. So what we've got now is the 3 combination. We've got jab, reverse punch, front hand, hook punch. And I want you to rotate using the ball of the foot. So it goes 1, 2, 3. While you're waiting, make sure you keep moving. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1, 2, 3. Hana. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Hana. 1, 2, 3. Make sure the hands come up. Keep on going. That's it. That's good. Yeah, I'm not sure there. I think Mr. Minot's come on and he's taken the lead on that one. Am I still on the lead? Yeah, change. Other one forwards. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Returning those hands each time. And change. One more to go. Ready. Jab, reverse punch, hook, uppercut. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that uppercut comes upwards. Ready, go. Okay, continuous. Continuous. You know how to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And change. Opposite side. Excellent. Keep on going. Good. And change. Final one on the end of that. Okay, you've done the last hand. 1, 2. So we've got a jab, reverse punch, hook, uppercut, grab, knee strike, but when you do the knee strike, you change the opposite leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, knee strike, step back, go. That's it. Try and keep control of the arms. Don't throw the arms out. Everything should have its purpose. That's it. That's it. Very good. Each time, change over and drive those kicks in. This is part of the warm-up. Good. Excellent. And show relax. Okay, so this is one of those times, very quickly, just grab yourself a drink, please. Okay, so, a couple of things for you, okay? As an instructor, all right, I tend to be a traditionalist, okay? So what we're going to be doing is we're working in 4 segments, all right? So this next bit is in 4 segments. The first segment is individual technique transitions. We're going to get you to work, but we're talking about transitioning from technique to technique and errors that we see as instructors in our students and maybe in a competition or something like that, okay? So you need to just look at that and think about what you're doing, okay? First section, focusing on transition. This applies to all students, both colored belts and black belts. I'm giving you 2 techniques to do. There's a colored belt technique and then there's a black belt technique. As black belts, you get to do whichever one you like, okay? So what you've got there is, you've got your first one is all about chambers. Now, we're all restricted on areas, being able to step forward, so some of these techniques will be off on an angle, others will be forwards and backwards, all right? Just to give you an idea of what we need to do, okay? You need to remember, irrelevant of what grade we are, every action has a reaction. It's very, very important to remember that. Okay, so first one, colored belt technique. You've got to try and keep up with this as well. Knife hand guarding block in L stance. What do I want? Is I want an L stance and I want a knife hand guarding block. I want to make sure that top hand is level, my opposite, my reaction hand is on my solar plexus. I step up and I guard. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see a technique down here, leaving my head open. I don't want to see a technique up here, leaving my ribs open. The chamber position comes from behind us and transitions forwards. We step up, same the opposite side, and we need to make sure that when we travel to the next technique, we don't drop our hands. Too many people, 1, drop their hands and then guard again. What you're going to do is hands up to there. Ready? Starting off on your left-hand side. Ready? Go! Knife hand guarding block on one side and up. Now, these are singular techniques. Keep on going. Keep on going. So it goes 1, up, 2. Now the idea is the same as if anybody said to you, do a punch, you're still doing it 100%. Okay? Good. So now what you've got is black belts. You're going to go on, you can do a double technique. So you're going to do a knife hand guarding block, twin low section punch. Knife hand guarding block, twin low section punch. Go. 1, 2. Now the idea is, they're not linked techniques, but you're trying to transition between a knife hand guarding block and then a low section punch. Using plenty of power, plenty of energy. That's it. Very good. Well done. Excellent. Okay, so your next technique, we're stepping forwards. L stance, same principle. 45-degree angle, twin forearm block. Again, techniques that we use all the time, but what we're not doing here is we're not seeing enough people transition. What happens is they'll drop their hands, then pick them up. You'll also see people doing the block and it's really wide. You can all see how wide that is, okay? That top hand above the head, front hand, shoulder height. Okay, so we've got 1, back up, 2, making sure elbow, protecting the ribs. Ready, go, on a 45-degree angle. 1. Again, now push those techniques in. Each time chamber and push it in. It's a simple technique, but you start putting 100% in it, it becomes a workout within itself. Excellent. So what you've got now is black belts. We're going to add technique there that is not linked. So you can do a twin forearm block. Slip the front foot out into walking stance, circular block. Up, twin, circular, twin, circular. That's it. So it's a twin forearm block. Making sure that we do a couple of things with that walking stance. Changing stances. Transition from an L stance to a walking stance. L stance to a walking stance. Good. That's it. Very good. That's it. Keep on going. Now again, some of you are in your living room with your lights on, and that's cracking because it's like a sauna. So yes, I can see that, Mr. Green. Is it a bit hot in there? Yes, I thought so. Here we go. So changing it now. So now the two techniques we're doing are straight forward. And all we've got now is we've got a walking stance, double forearm block. Step backwards, double forearm block. Because as you can all see, we've only got 2 or 3 paces to come forwards and backwards. So we're stepping on the spot. 1, 2. What we don't want to see is it all of a sudden appearing out of your dobok. It must start from behind and rotate forwards. We're doing a midsection double forearm block here. 1. This way. As you step again, hands come from behind. 2. Ready, go. And again, these are potentially, depending on your grade, the sort of techniques that you are doing within a pattern, but what some people are forgetting is how you transition to the other side. Do not drop your hands. Keep your hands up at all times. That's very important. It's good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so this time what's happening is we've got a double forearm block, but we're returning the front leg to the back, and we're doing a U-shaped grasp in fixed stance. Step back, double, pull back, fixed stance, L stance, sorry, in a U-shaped grasp. So we're going 1, 2, go. And again, these are not techniques that are linked in any patterns, in any way, shape or form, but being able to link these things together and transition to the correct chamber position is going to be quite helpful for an awful lot of you. And I'm just looking on my screen here, and again, I've got an awful lot of black belts and instructors on this screen. Now, obviously, you've got all of them doing it correctly, all right, as I would expect. Good. Very good. Okay, so we're now going back to our final one. Relatively simple for everybody. We're going backwards L stance, but it's a simple upward palm block. Do it sideways, upward palm block. What I don't want to see is this. Hand comes back and a single hand movement. We all know everything we have has a reaction. So we want to see a reaction complementing this upward palm. Ready, go. So it's an upward palm. That's it. Each time, and again, putting nice power into the technique. Good. And all you're going to do now is we are going to change that from an upward palm to a scooping block. The action is identical. The difference is the blocking tool. So it's coming upwards. That's it. So it's nice and simple. And again, it's all about 100% repetition. It's all about the reaction hand. Okay, one thing we don't want to see is a little twist of the hand. We want to see it so it looks like it would actually block something. It's very, very important that we do that. Excellent. And stopping there. Okay, well done. Next section we're going on, okay? Again, while you're there, while I'm talking, just make sure to keep you moving. Keep yourself and keep your legs moving there. Pattern combinations. We're looking at some basic techniques taken from basic patterns and senior patterns. Okay? and seeing what people do and how people do it correctly and incorrectly. Okay, make sure throughout your training you give 100%. Your foundations are so important. No area of training is above any student. So even if you're told just to sit there and do punches, you should still do them 100%. Okay, so everybody, we're going to go right leg back, low block. Alright, so again, we're not moving forwards, we're moving on the spot, and all we're doing here is we're doing a straight fingertip thrust. Palm, straight fingertip thrust. Now what I want to see there is two techniques. Downward palm, straight fingertip. 1, 2. Now if you're a colored belt, that's what we want to see. What we don't want to see is 1 and then a chop. Ready? Go. Let's see how you do. 2 techniques. 1, 2. Each time. 1, 2. That's it. Okay, so now black belts, what we've got is from a ready position. If you're a colored belt, keep on doing that technique. Black belts from a ready position. You're taking your right leg off to a sitting stance. Scooping block. Punch. Back fist strike. That's what I want to see. With a good reaction hand. Good reaction hand. Good back fist. What I don't want to see is a single technique, and then a back fist appear. We've got to remember, as we were speaking about before in the earlier section, where the techniques transition from. 1, 2, back fist on the head. There. We're going the opposite side. Ready? Go. Scooping block, punch, back fist. Scooping block, punch, back fist. Just stepping across on each occasion. Remembering a scooping block is doing exactly that. It is scooping from down. That's it. You're scooping up. Someone's coming forwards with a front kick. Excellent. Keep on going. And again, 100%. Not 0.5% just because you're in your back garden. That's it. Good. Very good. Ready? Here's for your next combination. One that a lot of people get wrong, and especially if you're somebody that does patterns. All right? You want to be taken seriously doing patterns. Ready? Facing this way. So we're doing low section knife and guarding block in L stance. Slip the front foot forwards. Circular block. Low section knife and L stance. Slip the front foot forwards into a walking stance. Circular block. So that's what I want to see. What I don't want to see is a knife hand coming from the chest, and I don't want to see the front foot just moving forward, so I've got a straight stance. You need to make sure. 1, step forwards and out, circular block, step back. 1, 2. Make sure you've got a good reaction. Ready? Go. See how we do. That's it. Good. Good execution. Remembering those transitions. So when you step backwards, hands right up. Don't drop the hands. So in between each one. Good. Very good. Well done. Okay, so stopping there. So colored belts, carry on with that. Black belts, rising block, low block, double arcane. Remembering there, those transitions again. Low block, no it's not, it's a rising block. Low block, double arcane. Horizontal hand, eye line. What we don't want to see is the hands just appearing there with no reaction hand. The reaction hand, as always, I could give you the name of so many different instructors who will push, push, push with a reaction hand. Okay, but as students, we need to make sure that we are continually performing things with a reaction hand. Rising block, low block, double arcane. Ready, black belts, go. And again, break them down, don't let them blend into one. Do it so that you can see each technique. That's it, a very visible chamber position. Excellent. Good. That's it. Okay, and ready. So, right leg back guarding block. So what we've got now is knife hand guarding block, front kick, front leg, flat fingertip thrust. What we're looking for there is the correct shape. We've already done the knife hand guarding block, coming from behind, one, front kick, front leg, flat fingertip thrust, high section. What we don't want, a knife hand guarding block that is weak or coming from the wrong place, dropping your hands on the front kick, and then shooting the flat fingertip above your head. Okay, remembering the target area for the flat fingertip is the face or the throat, any of the soft target areas. So 1, 2, 3, go. That's it. So keep on moving, keep those hands up on that front kick. That's it. So now, perfect transition from start to finish. Very good. Well done. That's it. And ready. Black belts, right leg back guarding block. So what we're doing now is we're going from off to pat and go back, and we're doing twisting kick, double punch. Remembering two things with this combination. First one is low section kick, 2 punches. What we don't want to see is obviously a front kick or trying to show the shape without thinking about a twisting kick, and making sure that we do execute 2 punches. So you break it down to 1, 2, 3, go. And again, remembering we're going to break down each side. That's it. And again, keep your focus forwards each time you do that. As you twist out, 1, 2. Then you go back, twist, 1, 2. That's it. Very good. Okay, good. And pull forwards, bro, and show relax. Very quickly, get yourself a drink, please. So, we're back. So, kicking combinations. Over this week, you have had some of the best practitioners in sparring drills there are in the world. Not just in the TAGB, in the world. And they have covered a full range of kicking combinations that are available. I'm covering one. That's all I'm doing, is I'm covering one kick with you. And that's all it is. Okay, so what we need to do is we're looking at my little friend, the twisting kick. Some people just watching on the screen, okay, they can do a twisting kick. So their twisting kick ability is exceptionally good. But all I want to do is I want to break down this as a simple mechanics. Okay, I'm going to take your right leg back guarding block. Now normally on a, let's say a stretching exercise, we would do a front rising kick. What I want you guys to do is I want you to imagine someone's rolling a football to you, and what you're going to do is you're going to use the inside of your foot with your foot at a 90-degree angle, and all you're going to do is you are going to side kick the ball back to them. But I want you to be able to do it enough that your foot will go up to your belt. Go. That's all you're going to do. And all it's going to do is we're just going to open out the groin and the hips in that manner, keeping the foot at 90 degrees. That's it. Now, normally, that's it. People can actually do this. Change to the opposite leg. That's it. That front movement makes it nice and simple. Ready? So all that's going to occur now is we're going to go back to the right foot, but I need you to do it now with your knee bent. So not straight, the leg has got to be bent, slightly bent. That's it. So it just becomes a simple side kick of a ball, but you are just trying to raise your knee up. That's it. And then the opposite side. And what we need there is we need the flexibility to be able to take that leg a little bit higher if need be. I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep it up to your belt height. Okay, so twisting kick. Its application is actually a little bit harder than it actually looks. So we all learn a twist kick, so we're actually kicking with the ball of the foot at 90 degrees out here. So if I'm going to kick with my rear leg, it's going to come across the body and twist 90 degrees. But I want you to try and look at this now that actually I want you to stamp after that front rise, straighten the leg and stamp with your heel forwards to somebody's knee. That's it. Go. That's it. Change, do the opposite side. And again, all we're doing there is using that leg to push from the hips to the ball, to the heel of the foot, straight to somebody's knee. So that's not necessarily a kicking motion, but when you observe it, it does look that way. Okay, just relax there. Keep the legs moving. So what I want you to do now is I need you to bring the leg across and twist back on itself. So it goes across, back and off. Comes across, instead of straight forwards, I bring it off on a slight angle and I'm twisting across. The height of this kick is not important. We're trying to get that angle of that twisting kick almost horizontal. Okay, ready, and go. So you're going to go across with your left leg, back, right leg. And again, the idea is we're just stretching nice and gently. Okay? But what I want you to do now is I need you to pick up the rhythm of this kick. So again, it's that 100% again. Once you're happy with that, I'm just looking on the screen of the few people we've got here. So everybody, irrelevant of the height, has the correct angle. Very good. That's it. And come up, just shake your legs loose. Okay, hands on your hips, just rotating around. So, like I said, what I didn't want to do is sit there and start going through kicks that the other masters have actually been over because they've been doing these big sparring drills. But one of my final sections is a sparring drill. It's a basic sparring drill that I teach to my students as an entry level to sparring. To some people, sparring becomes something quite daunting because it's obviously something that potentially they can or they cannot do. But this is something that I wanted to do because it is a simple, basic combination, 3 of them, where you have to put in 150% basically. So what we're doing is, and I'll just watch first, okay, nice and lightly on the spot. Someone comes into you with a front leg side kick, the natural reflex is to jump backwards out of the way. And as we know with sparring, if we move back out of the way, we're not going to be able to score a point. So all I want you guys to do is this. As that kick comes in, we're not moving backwards, we're just stepping with the right foot to the side. 1. And you notice my front hand, all I'm doing is I'm just parrying that front leg away. The side kick comes in, 1. And that's all you've got. So that's what you've got. Ready? Go. 1. And then go back. On the spot, 1. That's all it is. Now make sure it's only the back foot that moves. So you're sidestepping. Only the back leg that moves. Change to the opposite side. So each time that side kick comes in, you're parrying it and you're sidestepping. There you go. Ready? So just let's add to the next part of it. So by stepping to the side, it actually gives me a good distance between me and my opponent. If I move backwards, I'm keeping a distance that I'm not going to be able to make up. So as soon as that side kick comes in, I've parried it and moved to the side. Hopefully, all I need to do is punch off the rear hand. So this is your combination. 1, 2. Now again, break it down. 1, 2. Opposite side. 1, 2. Go. Let's see how we do. So remember, it's only the back leg that steps each time. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's it. And then change to the opposite side as well. And again, the idea here is that you're starting to pick up the pace. Each time you're doing it, start to pick up the pace. 1, 2. Fire it back again. 1, 2. Back in. 1, 2. Utilizing that front hand. The kicks come down the middle and you sidestepped and blocked all at the same time. Ready. So, go again. Right leg back. So, we're coming across. We're doing that side step. We're doing the reverse punch. Now, the one we've just done is your punch into the body. I can give you the names of a few people that like the idea of being punched in the face in sparring. But the general norm is that when you punch someone in the face, their hands are going to come up. So what I want you to do now is you palm, punch to the face, but then we've got a body turning kick. Alright, so it's a 3 technique, so it's 1, 2, body turning kick. Now again, the most important parts of this are utilizing that front hand. Utilizing the front hand to take the front leg kick away. By stepping across, it gives you time and creates a distance towards your opponent. Ready, go. So, block, punch, turning kick. Block, punch, turning kick. Block. That's it. Again, 100%. Let's push it in. Again, it's a very simple drill. It's a very simple drill, but it's one of those drills that if you're teaching it to a set of students, okay, they can all get it, and it'll give them that confidence. Good. That's it. All right, ready. So, going back, final one. This one needs a little bit of courage. And again, it's that thing about being able to move backwards out of the way. So all I need for you guys to do is just to move backwards and then come forwards. Just to move backwards, then come forwards. Go. So, just skip backwards. And then just shuffle forward. So going backwards. And again, you've got to try and imagine that person's coming in with a front leg side kick. 1, 2, out the way. 1, 2, out the way. And then change. 1, 2. And again, a lot of the other masters have covered this transition of moving back out the way. Now this is obviously giving you the opportunity to counter-attack. So we need to look at how we're going to counter-attack. Now, what I want you to do now is, and I'll take it sideways, so if I move backwards out the way and I'm using that front hand to knock the attack down, so that side kicks come down, knocked it out the way, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer my weight to the front leg and shoot forwards. Watch it again. My palm's there, so someone's coming forwards with that front leg side kick. I've palmed down, I've transitioned my weight, my front hand shoots forwards. Looking towards you guys, I'm going 1, 2. And I'm launching with my front hand. Ready? Go. So you go backwards, launch. And all you're using is that front hand. Transfer the weight onto the front leg and push off. Transfer the weight onto the front hand and then push straight off. That's it. So when I'm looking at the screen, all I should be able to see is almost these fists coming towards your camera. That's it. Excellent. Make sure you change legs. You come forwards with the opposite leg also. Keep on going, keep the work rate up. And again, it's a simple technique. You've got to have the courage to be able to launch yourself in there. Okay, just stop there for a minute. Again, keep moving. Bearing in mind that if you're in sparring mode, now, I'm not a sparrer, but I'm a referee. And what I'm watching in refereeing is I'm watching people coming around with their front leg all the way bouncing around, which is such an effective tool to use. But sooner or later, they've got to put that leg down. And if you've got the courage to actually wait or push that front leg down and come over the top, you're going to start scoring yourself some points. So what I need you to do now is exactly the same combination. You're pushing that front hand down. I'm transferring the weight. I'm going over the top and underneath with the hand, back hand. Watch from the side. Palm down. I'm transferring the weight. I'm now pushing off my front leg, back fist and punch. So that combination is all directed towards your opponent. Ready? Hands up. 1, 2, 3. Palm. 1, 2. Ready? Go. That's it. Transfer the weight. Need to transfer the weight over. That's it. Mr. Solar, don't punch the camera. That's it. Here we go. So again, transfer that weight. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ready? That's it. And just shake the legs loose there. Okay, well done. So again, when I say they're simple sparring drills, they're very simple to the effect that obviously they've got to still work and still understand the basic fundamentals of techniques. And that's really important. Understanding that a technique comes towards me and then I block it out of the way. I need to understand that that hand doesn't need to block this way, it just needs to push it out of the way slightly to change its direction. So from there, 1, and to the side, I've scored my point, and they start again. All right, so it's something really sort of easy to pick up and try and educate your students. Okay, well done. So, hands on your hips. What we're doing is rotating round. Now, one direction, then the other direction. Okay, just jogging on the spot. So the idea now is we're going to be warming down, so we're going to go through our warm down procedure. Starting off with your left leg forwards into a nice deep walking stance, just pushing forwards. Again, trying to keep your hips forwards. Nice and gently. Good. Change the back foot up onto the ball of the foot. And again, just try and keep your balance. And again, hands on your hips so that you're keeping control. Holding that position, pushing your hips forwards. Again, try not to bounce, try just to control the stretch. Take the back knee onto the floor. Put your instep on the floor as well. And all we're going to do there is you're just going to push the hips forwards. Good idea, Miss Lambert. I didn't bring one. That's it. And all you're doing, we're pushing the hips forwards, just making that stretch just that little bit deeper. Okay, you're going to come up, opposite leg back. And again, this is a nice deep stretch. Pushing those hips forwards. Change that back foot up onto the ball. And again, just holding that position. You're in control of the stretch. So you know, obviously, if you've got any injuries or anything like that, you need to modify the technique and the stretch accordingly. Good. Taking the back knee to the floor. Put the instep on the floor, and again, just push those hips forwards. That's it. Good. And slowly stand up. And again, just pushing your hips nice and gently left and right. And rotating those hips forwards. And change, we're going backwards. We're going to pick the left knee up. Keeping the knees together. Now if you can, we're going to lean forwards, and we're going to try and create a little bit deeper stretch. Try and keep your balance. And again, if you find that hard, just keep straight, just keep up. And again, I think the balance part is one of the most important things here. And down, we're going the opposite leg. Pull up. And again, try and keep those knees together. That's it, well done. And again, just try and lean forwards. And again, you control. If you find that real easy, just try and maintain that balance. You can feel it stretching. If you feel it's all right, you go a little bit further. If not, you lose your balance completely. Just keep your knees up. If you're finding it difficult, just keep it upright. Okay, feet 2 shoulder widths apart. All right, keep your legs nice and straight. All we're doing is we're just stretching forwards. And again, just stretching the back of the hamstrings out. And again, at no point here do you want to just release your hands off your legs, but try and put your hands to the floor. And again, some of you, this stretch is very, very simple. Others, depending on your flexibility. And all I want you to do is stretch to your left foot. And we're stretching over to the opposite side. That's it. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're just going into a deep sitting stance. Again, keep your back nice and straight. Again, just looking at some of you there, obviously you can actually take that quite deep. Okay. That's it. I want you to straighten one leg now. Bend in one side, keep the other leg straight, keep both feet flat on the floor. And we're changing in a moment. Not yet, get back. And change, opposite side. And again, just try and hold that stretch. You're in control of this, so you know exactly what hurts and what doesn't hurt. Okay, again, going back to both legs straight, just leaning forward, stretching the arms in front. Okay, so from that position, we're going down to the floor. What we're doing, we're going to tuck in our right foot towards the thigh, just tuck it in, keeping your right knee on the floor, just stretching forward over the straight leg. That's it. And again, some of you, as just see those few that we've got up on the screen here, some of you, your flexibility levels are brilliant. And come up. And what I want you to do is I want you to twist and stretch over the bent knee. So twist and rotate over the bent knee. That's it. And again, you hear me saying this all the time, you control this stretch. It's not something that anybody else can control. You know what you need to do and how far you need to do it. And face the front. Both legs out in front. Opposite leg in. And stretching forwards. That's it. Good. And slowly come up and twist over the top of the bent knee. Twist around. That's it. Good. Face in front, both legs in front. What we're doing now is pulling both the bottoms of your feet together, butterfly stretch, holding on to your ankles. Just pushing your knees down with your elbows. And again, you're going to get to that point where you know that it's a full stretch. Just hold it there. Hold it. And legs out in front, and just shake those legs loose. We can stand up. And again, those hands on the hips, just rotating those hips around, one direction, then the other direction. Going to take the right hand up, just stretching across. And change, opposite side. And come up. So what we've got now is you're going to take your right leg back, left leg in front, bending the back leg, pushing the hips backwards, palms on the bent leg thigh, keeping the front leg straight, pushing the hips backwards. And again, we're just holding that position. Just take it a little bit further. If it's just push those hips further back. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to pick your front foot up and put it onto the heel. Go. So the front foot then is onto the heel. Not quite, yeah. That's it. And again, push back and you should be able to feel that on your calf, stretching your calf. And change, opposite leg. Your hand should be on your quad of the bent leg. Opposite leg straight. Good. Front foot on the ball of the foot. So we're not moving anywhere, we're just picking that front foot up onto the ball, onto the heel, sorry. That's it. Pushing the hips back. And again, you should be able to feel that in your calf. Just stretching, just hold it there. And come up. And again, hands on your hips, just left and right. So arms down by your front, and all you can do is stretch up, work your way up, and relax the arms. And again, we're coming up, and relax the arms. You're going to put your hands on your hips, and all we do is you're going to tip your head forwards. And we're going backwards. And we're facing forwards, and all we do is take it to the left. And to the right. And to the front. Going to cross the arm, cross the front of the body, and just pull it towards you with the opposite arm. That's it. Good. And change, opposite arm. And just shake those arms loose. Okay, well done everybody. How are we doing there, Gavin? Are we okay? Are you going to come online and talk to me? Okay. We're not. Yeah, you ready there, Gavin? Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm just going to make sure we finish there. Enough time for us to go and hear this wonderful speech that's coming up. But before we do, guys, okay, firstly, I want to thank the TAGB, for Gavin Cook, for Mr. Jackson White, for organising, Jackson White Jr., I apologise, for organising this amazing event. If you've been able to watch or take part, which I know just on this screen, there's quite a few of you on this screen who have done all 7 seminars. I've had the opportunity to see them either online or live, okay, but they've been outstanding. So Gavin, to Jackson, to the TAGB committee, outstanding. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I know I can speak on behalf of all the other masters, so all 7 of us. It is a privilege and an honour to be stood here in front of you guys and live on YouTube as well to do this event. But secondly, I want to congratulate every single TAGB instructor, every single TAGB student that during these times have taken on the challenge to take their training online. Okay, we've had some amazing stories across the country about how we've all sort of taken to this, and I just want to congratulate you on behalf of all the other masters on doing such an amazing job for not just your own schools, but for your students and your surrounding schools. Okay, so well done, guys, to all doing that. Okay, well done. Here we go, and we're done. Chariot. Pyongyang, hope you enjoyed that. See you all soon in normal training.